Hello, my beautiful viewers. I'm so excited for today. And today I am on a new way of doing the shows, and you don't want to see my contraption. I cannot even touch you because then everything will fall apart. But, ladies and my beautiful viewers, let me just quickly show you. This is what I see. Let me just show you. Ah, look at the sunrise.
Mhm.
And there's the sea. It's truly magnificent. Just as this show is going to be truly spectacular with this amazing guest. All of these amazing guests has a special place in my heart, and their wisdom and their brilliance is out of this world. So, my beautiful ladies, welcome to our Love Illuminated special number 16. In total, I have now bring 586 people to specials, my specials,
Wow.
because
Yeah.
you are all amazing. I've got a beautiful girl. She said, "Good day, lovelies." She is here to witness your brilliance. So before I am going to ask you to introduce yourself, I have a special announcement. So I would love to announce that my beautiful Susie, for the next 7 summits, you will be my co-host because I will be responsible for my little grandson. And if he wants to move, I have to leave the show and Susie will take over. Susie, thank you so much for being my co-host on the specials. It's
Aw.
going to be amazing. And I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so grateful that you're going to be sparkling with me with amazing 8 guests
Beautiful.
every time. So I'm so excited, and a beautiful girl is giving me sunglasses. So thank you so much, my beautiful Susie. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel amazing. Thank you so much, Sanet. What a beautiful honor. I've been supporting you since the very beginning, since you started doing this, and I'm so proud of everything that you've done and brought to the world, and all the how many 586 people. Thank you, Eve, and all the beautiful women and men that we have on these shows. So thank you. I look forward to being your co-host till November, and it's going to be amazing. So thank you so much. I feel very honored and very blessed.
Oh, thank you, my beautiful one. So let
Yes.
us
There we go.
Oh, you are so beautiful. Let us start then with you, my beautiful Susie. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what time is it in the morning with you?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. I'm Suzi Dent. I am coming to you live from the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, where it is 5 a.m. and the sun hasn't come up yet. It's still dark here because we've just come out of summer, which is lovely. I'm a film and television hair and makeup artist, a proud pro-ager because there's nothing anti about aging. The author of 60 is the New 40, the ultimate guide to defying age. And I'm a speaker as well. Not that you couldn't really tell that. Oh, look, I've got the sunflower glasses. I'm so flattered. Thank you so much. And I'm really proud to be here with you guys today all around the world. So thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much, my beautiful Susie. I'm also trying to do a photo shoot for us here at the back as well. So, my beautiful Tina, may I ask, will you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Yes. So my name is Tina Fiori. I'm from upstate New York. I am the author of It Will Come to You, #1 bestselling on Amazon. And I'm also the owner of Soul Energy. And so I do energy work and consciousness sharing. And I'm so delighted to be here with all you ladies today.
Wow. Here is my glasses for you, my beautiful one.
Oh, I love it. Love the hearts. Love the hearts.
Thank you. So, my beautiful Giovanna, can you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Sure. So my name is Giovanna Tartarone. I am very close to Tina. I'm in Westchester County, New York, and
Yay.
it is beautiful here today. I am a licensed TV host as well. We both share the same platform, Sanet and I. And I'm also energy practitioner myself. And what I love to do is really bring out, and I use my platform as a place where women, men come and share their stories of encouragement, right? To give other people hope. Our stories are not for us to keep, our stories are for us to share and transform this world to a better place. So, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. Thank
And
you.
this is for you, my beautiful Giovanna, bold and
I need
beautiful.
to borrow a pair of glasses. I forgot my glasses, but anyway, beautiful glasses.
Thank you. So, my beautiful Eve, you and I know that you're not feeling that well, and I prayed for you, and you are here. Such an honor that you are here. So, my beautiful Eve, can you please introduce yourself? And then I've got a pair of glasses for you.
Oh, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me for this amazing show. And I'm so grateful and honored to share the stage with beautiful divas and queens. Um, my name is Coach Eve. They often call me the legendary coach. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, positive mindset coach, a transformative force in personal development and empowerment, founder of Open Hands Institute, and the voice behind podcast Open Minds to Open Hands, where I'm committed to help and empower entrepreneurs and thought leaders to break through their mental and emotional barrier to achieve their full potential and activating their divine blueprint. Thank you.
Wow.
Back to you, Sanad.
I love it. So, this is for you, my beautiful Eve.
I love it.
Oh,
Rock
thank you.
star.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there is beautiful diamond beauties, Christiana and Gail. Gail said, "Watch out for shy Susie."
And I forgot, Sanat, something very important, which I just got this beautiful title, and I'm so honored because I am an ambassador for the Diamond Moments magazine, and I'm honored to share the good news and honored to share all the great things what you do because you open up a platform for basically every single soul who is reaching out to you to empower and elevate their brand and they amplify their voice. So thank you, Sana.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Eve. So we've got sunglasses all the way. Christiana and Gail, everyone is giving us sunglasses. So my beautiful viewers, if you get goosebumps, and I do have to apologize because you will not know my contraption here. If you get goosebumps, put on your sunglasses. And we had sunglasses like this. We had sunglasses the other way around, but my I cannot do that. Yeah, exactly. We had actually someone that's on the screen. Follow my eyes. That took uh, earphones and put it like this. It looks like sunglasses from out of space. So put on your sunglasses if you get goosebumps, because my beautiful ones, you don't know which lady is going to spark something inside of you. And maybe today is just the day that you need to hear my or her voice and her wisdom, and maybe there's something you want to change in your life. So I would love to ask you, open your ears, open your heart. We are here for you for 2 hours, So I'm so excited. I'm going to start off the show. So I'm going to ask Susie. Susie, our show's titled The Power of a Second Chance. What does the title mean for you?
Oh, having a second chance. It's like having a go over or a do over, as people like to call it. It's having a second chance at a job or having a second chance at your life. For me, I've had a second chance. and my divorce actually was my second chance to find myself again. I'd kind of lost myself a little bit in my marriage. Well, actually, a lot, to be quite honest. I was with my ex-husband for 30 years, and I decided to divorce us to free us from what had become a toxic situation. And in doing so, I have empowered myself and enlightened myself and given myself self-love, found myself again, jumped into my sea of confidence and self-assuredness, changed my life, and started a whole brand new adventure. So second chances for me are amazing.
Wow, I love that. And the next question, can you share a moment in your life when you were offered or claimed a second chance and how you transformed it? So what was that moment that you decided today is the point of no return?
Well, I'm going to get deep now, actually, because I know there's many women out there and men that have been in a toxic marriage or been in a marriage where they realized that enough was enough. My time came when I was walking behind my husband whilst he was in a rage and he slammed the door in my face. And I thought, that's it. I'm done. I'd been very tolerant of what was going on and his behavior for 8 years of the last 10 years of our marriage, and it had taken a really big toll on me, and I was starting to disappear within myself. And I realized that I really needed to choose me rather than him first. I think sometimes we're programmed with those we love, especially in marriages, to put them first. Like we put our kids first, we put everybody first. Women tend to do this a lot. We put everybody first to the detriment of ourselves sometimes. And it was that moment that I realized that I was done completely, that I wasn't going to tolerate the behavior any longer. I talked to my son. This was third time's a charm. I tried to divorce him twice before, and this time I really, that was it. I'm done. And it was a very powerful moment. It was a powerful moment for me because inside me, everything screamed, "That's it. No more. Make a move. Be brave. Take the step, and stick with what you want to do, and hold true to yourself." And I told my son I was going to do it. And I had my son with me when I said to my husband at the time, "That's it. I want a divorce. We're done." And I had my son there because he's 6'5". So, and it was like there's three of us. There's three of us in this marriage, And he's 23 now, my son, but he was 20 at the time. Oh, actually, no, he was 19 at the time. So it was a big move for him as well. And I had to make sure, not that we don't divorce, we divorce for ourselves, but I'd kind of stuck it there for him in a way. But it was a really powerful moment, and one that I chose me. And sometimes in life, and often in life, we have to choose ourselves. And the only way we're going to get a second chance is when we choose ourselves and we put ourselves forward and we dive into what we call self-love. But at that time, it was I was in a life where there was no light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Sometimes every day I woke up was like Groundhog Day in the movies, and it was the same thing every day. And I was losing myself quite rapidly. And I have a very long rope of tolerance for behavior. And I really needed to step up and be brave and step into my confidence. And that's what we have to do, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in a situation that you really need to remove yourselves from, you have to be brave. And you have to really dig in and dig deep to yourself and go, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the step. So that's what I did. I took the step and I stayed with myself, inside myself, and I stayed strong. And I got out of that marriage and I freed all three of us, and we're all thriving in life now. And that's what we all deserve to do, because we only have one chance at life. We only have one go. Life goes by so fast, doesn't it? And before you know it, you've missed your opportunity. And so I took the opportunity and I chose me. Thank you.
Wow, my beautiful Susie, you've answered all the questions in perfectly order. You are amazing. So may I ask? So I just have my grandson here. Come and say just hi. Hi
So,
everyone.
darling,
This is my grandson Zander. You can sit there for me, my darling. I'm going to play your commercial, but before playing your commercial, please can you read all the comments that came while you were speaking for me, please?
I will. Sanet is the bomb, beautiful, amazing monarch butterfly. Begin with guidance says how so hard to put ourselves first, yet it's
Mm.
essential to do so. Way to grow, beautiful soul sister Susie. Thank you so much. And the empowering process says giving myself permission to choose me is a game changer. And it absolutely is. And they also said, what a powerful panel today. And you have to put yourself first. I've started a new business. I feel so empowered every day. I get up and I feel amazing and I feel strong and I am strong. I'm strong. I'm confident. I'm self assured. And I'm 63 now. And if you don't do it now, it's not going to happen, So choose you. The
Oh,
amazing, the things that will come into your life. Kind of like life says to us, or the law, what is it? It's a bit early here, everyone, so bear with me when I find my words at 5 a.m. with only half a cup of tea. That we have to make way in our life for the things that we really wish for. So if I had stayed in the place that I was, I really wished for would not have come to me. And so by removing and changing completely where I was at, a lot of things came to me. I've had so many television experiences. I've reached so many millions of people around the world, over 50 million people I've reached around the world with my journey. I've touched so many. If I had stayed where I was, I wouldn't have made the same decisions. So when you do choose you and you take that second chance, all these things will flood into you that you never knew were there waiting for you. So you have to, it's like you shift the life path that you're on. So there you go. Sorry,
wow.
I'll stop now.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. You bringing out all the bells, my beautiful one. So, my beautiful ladies, we are going to move to the side and we're going to look at beautiful Susie's commercial.
Hi, I'm Suzi Dent, best-selling author of 60 is the New 40, The Ultimate Guide to Defying Age, confidence coach and proud pro-ager, because there's nothing anti about aging. For over 4 decades, I've worked as a film and television hair and makeup artist, helping people look and feel amazing. And I'm a proud member of the Heritage Club, where our mission is to help people look, feel and live younger, longer from the inside out. And that includes what goes on your skin. Our peptide facial wands are a game changer, a clean clinical alternative to injectables, and it's guaranteed to reverse the signs of aging a decade or your money back. So if you're ready to glow with youthful health and vitality, let's chat. Book your free coffee chat with me now at calendly.com/Suzi Dent/confidence.
I love it. I love it. So, my beautiful Susie, I know that you are a pro in doing all these amazing videos. How did you feel about doing your amazing video?
Oh, I really loved it because I changed what I normally do. And I stepped into the business that I'm doing now, which is great because it's a commercial. And I thought, I'm going to take the opportunity to actually do a real commercial rather than just talk about me and this is what I do, which is what I've done before. Step into your power, ladies. Step into what you're really passionate about. And I'm really passionate about nutrition and skincare. And I want to share that with everyone. And I have been for like over 42 years now. And if you don't sing what you do loudly and proudly, who's going to know? Who's going to know what you do and what you're into, right?
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. So, Susie, if you can have a after every lady shared, look at the comments for us and read that for us. That will help me a lot. So, my beautiful Tino, may I ask the power of a second chance? What does this title means for you?
I thought about that a lot, and I looked up in Webster Dictionary and saw that it defined it as making a mistake and then having an opportunity to make a change. And I really want to throw out there and challenge people that this is about perception. So I believe that second chances happen all the time. I don't believe you only get one. I think we have an eternity to make decisions. I always tell my son, don't worry about it. You have all eternity. I don't think we just have this life. And I don't think it's about making mistakes. I think that we make decisions based on the constructs of confusion that have been laid down upon us. So, how do we change that? We change it by changing our thoughts, and our thoughts change our words, and our words change our actions, and our actions shift and shape our realities. And so that's what I believe about second chances. I think that we engineer ourselves, and we do that based on the information we have at the time. So I don't think that anything we've done has been bad or wrong or needs to be forgiven. I think that we are learning and growing and evolving, and that's what helps us make changes. So I just wanted to share that.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies, you can put your glasses on if it was like, it was brilliant. Yes, because Susie, do that. And
Thank
Giovanna,
you, Susie. Good idea.
I know I need it.
oh, wow. I love it. So, my beautiful Tina, can you share a moment in your life when you were offered? Well, I know you said a lot of, but when one of your big changes that you can share with us that have transformed your life?
Yes. So last year, I spent a lot of time doing personal stuff, personal work, going to energy healers, talking to people, meditation, really a deep dive into myself, because part of our evolution is getting dirty. It really is. I mean, it's not easy. I liked what Susie said. You have to have bravery. That doesn't mean you don't have any fear, but you have to have courage to make decisions that are sometimes really uncomfortable. And so I think that going to Brazil in November of 2024, deciding that I was going to take out a loan, I wasn't going to get anyone's permission. I was going to fly internationally, and I was going to learn about energy work and a different culture. And it was amazing. And it led to a spiritual awakening. And I think, like some of the things that Susie said, which I really loved, I followed the threads. There's so many threads in our lives where magic happens when we just decide that we can do things differently. When we finally have the courage and the strength to say, I can come at this from a different perspective. And our perspective is what changes our reality. And so being able to, go to Brazil and to really awaken to an expanded consciousness, to realize I'm not just this organic body, but I am so much more. I'm a dimensional being of light, and bringing that into my own reality and expanding my consciousness has led to so much magic. And I'm just going to keep following those threads. And I encourage people to do the same, to realize you've done nothing wrong. And when you can meet people or hear words like the Diamond Beauties Forever, which I agree, I love it because it's words and it's people, and we're all going to influence each other differently. We're all going to share different stories and perspectives that are really going to shift and shape our reality and give us courage to say when it's enough, when we've drawn that line and we decided we want a different life, which we can choose at any time, because our words, our thoughts and our words and our actions are our creations, and we are the ones that choose how we want to create our reality, together and individually. So
Wow, wow, wow. I see the comments have lit up. So, Susie, there's quite a lot, but I've got two more questions, and we're going to play Tina's commercial, and then I will give you the opportunity for me to read it. So, you've answered that question. What advice can you give to people that feels unworthy for a second chance?
you are always worthy. If you ever need to know it, contact me at soulenergy.com and I will tell you, you are always worthy. Each one of us was born worthy. And I think that yesterday with Easter, we're all the resurrection. We are all whatever we choose to be. We can rebirth ourselves at any time. And we are all 100% born worthy. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Then, oh, I'm so sorry. My sister is keep on phoning me. I have to decline it. In your view, what role does self-love and forgiveness play in the journey of renewal?
I think that self-love is critical um, in renewal and forgiveness. And I think a lot of us are really hard on ourselves, and we have the hardest time forgiving who we are when we deserve that forgiveness. There was a lady that one time said to me, if you held a baby in your hands and you looked at that baby, would you love them? Would you forgive them? And of course, I would say yes, and she just said, then why wouldn't you hold the same love for yourself? And that
Oh,
really was very moment of shifting, but I was ready. We have to be ready for the changes that are going to happen in our lives. And a lot of times, if we're not having an opportunity to interact with other people, we don't know anything different because we don't see anything different. So I think that the universe guides us and it puts those opportunities in place for us to experience it. And I love the divine blueprint that Suzi talked about because we all have it within us. We have the wisdom and the knowledge within us already. So all we have to do is dig deep, go into the heart space where your magic is already there waiting for you. And you are 100% worthy of that, and find forgiveness for yourself because you are so deserving of it.
oh,
It's just
it is.
permission. Give it to yourself.
Wow, that's deep, ladies. That's so beautiful. So, my beautiful Tina, your commercial is in another space, so we will disappear from the screen. So, here we go, my beautiful one.
Life is a journey of learning, growing, and evolving, a path you do not have to walk alone. Hello, I am Lyn Fiori. I am the owner of Soul Energy, and I offer hands-on energy sessions to help harmonize and align your energy body so you can experience your own divine perfection. I also offer purposeful meditation and consciousness sharing. Please know that if you are looking for someone to walk this path alongside of you, I would be honored. For all wisdom and knowledge is already within you. You can reach me at soulenergy.com or soulenergy@gmail. I look forward to hearing from you.
Wow, beautiful. How did it feel doing your commercial, my beautiful Tina?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed having the opportunity to make that for everyone.
Wow, thank you. So, my beautiful Susie, I see that there's a lot of comments there.
Well, Tina, that was amazing. I love everything that you said. Really, yeah, fabulous. Now let's see. We've got begin with the empowering process. LOL, Tina. True, I have had many chances. We've got lots of smiley faces and faces with glasses. Without fear, there is need for courage. Says begin within guidance. The empowering process says, I shape my reality every single moment. Beautiful, Tina. There's also 3 microphones, and begin within guidance says, boom shakalaka laka, Tina. And commercial, beautiful soul, sister Tina.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tina. Giovanna, it's your time, my beautiful one. Let me just brought my questions up. So, are you ready? What does the phrase second chances mean to you personally?
So having a second chance means to me remembering who you are, getting back to your authentic self. So the second chance is about living life authentically. Let go of everything that you're not and stepping into what you are. And so through second chances, we kind of like wake up to this, right? It becomes a wake up call. For me personally, it was a wake up call to know that I am so much more than what's going on outside of me, right? And trusting, trusting and having faith. And I'll go into the next question. My personal journey was I got that wake up call that I had breast cancer. And I'm like, how could that be? I did everything perfect. I was the perfect wife, the perfect mother. I went to school, I got my degrees. I did not know why, but now I do because I was totally disconnected to my authentic self. I had to become someone, or I was someone that I really wasn't. I was pretending. I created a new identity so I can, have the degrees on the wall. I can have all the nice homes and the cars and, the vacations and the luxury items. The truth
Mhm.
the truth is when I was going after that, I was disconnected to my truth.
Mhm.
So, waking up to realize that I am God's gift on this earth. We all are. And when you wake up to that, the power that rises within you, that's where you're shining bright. That's where you're helping others because it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the impact you bring to this world and you're having on others. That's why my show, it's like I had to even sit down and realign myself with my show. I said, what am I trying to do with Sparking Change with Gigi? I know what I'm trying to do. With other voices, try to spark that light within all of us that each of
Mhm.
us carry so that you can go out and do the work that you love and spark the light in others. We are the world. We are the world. So it's what having a second chance, meaning stepping into your divine gifts. That if you're looking out there for them, you're looking in the wrong place. They're all in here waiting for you to notice them, right? And so when you notice the divine gifts, you can't help it but get connected to that loving energy that I call God. You may call it whatever, but there is a life force inside of us waiting to wake up so that we don't feel the fear, the worry, the doubt. We trust in something greater than us that can, take us. And I had to surrender to that. I had to
Mhm.
surrender. And it doesn't have to be anyone getting cancer to surrender. It has to be the willingness to understand that there is that same thing that created us is the same thing that's always in us. He didn't create us since you don't have children and you say, bye-bye, see you later. No, you have your children, you keep them close to you and you let them know that they will always there for them. And that is
Yeah.
exactly what God has done to me in my life. I reconnected. That second chance is about reconnecting to who I truly am and living life without fear, without worry, without doubt, knowing that the next step for me will unfold because I trust whatever plan he has for me. It's a better plan than I ever had. It's better than my resume. I can tell you that much. Right? Like there's no more. I don't have to worry about redoing my resume and adding another company onto my resume and another credential. I have all that I need right inside of me. And that is the message I want to send out to the audience, to everyone who's listening. Each of you are a gift from God to this earth. And you have
Mhm.
gold stored inside of you. And all of us here have awakened to that. And this is what we're trying to do with this second chance is tell everyone that you have it all in you. It's nothing outside. You don't need another degree. You don't need another doctor. You don't need another medicine. You need it. It's right here. Just connect to it. And you'll feel the freedom of losing, like we're in jail. We're so worried about everything. Let go of that because worry means you don't trust God and his plans. Trust that there's something greater than us leading us on the path of where we need to be. Yeah.
Incredible. So, yes to you, my beautiful Giovanna. And do you see what button is it? The buttons
I
you
love
gave
it.
me?
Love it.
The other button the children broke. The one with the different languages, it doesn't want to work because I keep on changing the buttons and then saying that language, it's easy, and now it's not working. But this one is still working. And can I tell you something, my beautiful Giovanna? I've got this now a year, my paparazzi pen. And the viewers love my paparazzi pen and my buttons. And you had it for over 20 years when you gave it to
Never
me.
used
So
it. It was waiting for you to come over and visit. Look at that.
incredible. So I'm going to play your commercial. We are going to move to the side. And then I'm going to give beautiful Susie a time to read the comment and also give you a comment as well. So are you ready for your commercial?
Sure.
Here we go, ladies. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. My beautiful Giovanna, I know you made your commercial very late. I phoned you. It was almost midnight your time. Please tell us how was it for you to do your commercial?
I just want to send a message out there that each of us have a story to share, and your story can save a life. So,
Mm.
get in touch with us, get in touch with anyone. It doesn't have to be us. Get your story to be heard because you truly can save a life. Our stories, our experiences are meant for us to share so that we can learn from each other and grow. I mean, life is a school. And so here it is, let we as human beings are here as light beings as well. There's that part of us that we bring. We can just say hello to someone, and I'm sure anyone has experienced this and really have brightened up somebody's day. So it's all about. I would love to talk to people. I'm a life coach as well to really help people connect to their authentic self, to their unlimited potential. We have so much stored inside of us. Like I said, my dear friend Alva, God bless her, we have gold inside of us. Let's tap into that so that way we are living life and enjoying life. The second chance is for us is so precious, but we don't need a second chance. We didn't need it. We weren't awake to feel that power within us. So I love to talk to anybody who wants to share their story and come on my platform and just help others, gain the wisdom because we're sharing our wisdom.
Beautiful. All
Thank you.
over to you, my beautiful Susie.
Oh, Giovanna, that was amazing. Well done. Now we've got a comment from the beautiful Krista, who is out walking at the moment, and she said, "I can't make comments, but the show's amazing. You guys are rock stars." Thank you, Krista. We've got Begin with Guidance saying, "Yes, a chance to be our authentic selves." Beautiful soul sister Giovanna, thank you. We've got lots of faces with glasses and smiley faces and stars. And the empowering process says, "Giovanna, this is an inside job," like you said, which is great. Begin with Guidance says, "So deep." And also love the music in your commercial, Giovanna.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. I loved it. Thank you. My beautiful Eve, are you ready to tell us your beautiful story? Can you tell us what does second chance mean for you?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful question. And I'm amazed for everybody's stories, everybody's um, how they claim their own second chances. So, second chance, uh, to me personally, means not just a new beginning, it is a reclamation. I'm reclaiming my new life. It is a moment when I decide my story, it's not over. When, life is trying to tell you and convince you otherwise, after everything that I've been through, especially, just like Susie said, I had a toxic marriage, and I was going through a very rough divorce. I nearly claimed my life and my daughter's life, and I really, really wanting that second chance. And that second chance to me is choosing my daughter, choosing myself, choosing healing, the truth, the power, and to break free after decades of silence. So, thank you for the question, Sana.
Wow, I love it. As you mentioned, you have break free from a toxic relationship. Was that your moment of no return? Was that the point that you say now this is it?
Yes, that was the time. It was very hard because that time I used to live in Chicago, Illinois, and that was a moment when I decided I'm going to walk away from that American dream, to give up the illusion what I created for myself, and return to Europe. And that was a turning point in my life. I
Mm.
left behind anything and everything, friends, uh, job, and um, sorry, some connection out there. I left behind everything, and I rebuild my life from scratch. And I decide to myself, and I made a promise to my daughter, she deserved more, she deserved the best. And returning back home to Europe, it made me realize how I can reclaim my life and how I can rebuild everything again.
Beautiful. My next question, what advice would you give to somebody? Thank you, Susie. What advice would you give to somebody who is afraid to start again and feel unworthy for a second chance?
Well, that's a very good question, and everybody touched um, the answer in a different way. As a hypnotherapist practitioner and a positive mindset coach, I can tell you, like Tina said, and Giovanna and Susie, you are worthy, you are enough, and the work begins within you. You have to find that gift, you have to find your light, that divine light, that godly light, what you have inside you, and connect with your higher self. Allow the universe to shape you and mold you and give you all of that what you need, because you are worthy and you are capable of doing anything. As my master coach and my wonderful friend Dr. Mal Gill said, anything is possible. You just have to believe it and you have to have faith. Anything is possible when you really connect to your true gift and allow yourself that second chance.
Beautiful. Yes, to you. So, my beautiful one, I just got a notification. It is your Mrs. Potts is happening in 15 minutes.
No, no, no. Mine was already done.
I
It
don't
was
know.
an
Yeah.
hour, and usually it's always 7 p.m. British summertime. Now here I am in Scotland, and it's 8:45 p.m. So it was an hour, almost 2 hours ago.
I must fix it. I know that your time also have changed. I will have to look at it. Thank you, my beautiful one. So I quickly want to ask you another question. In
Yes,
your
please.
view, what role does self-love and forgiveness play in a journey of renewal?
Wow, thank you. Thank you for that question. First of all, self love, it is allowing yourself to forgive and forget others, is a backbone of renewal, a new you. Without any second chance, or without you allowing that forgiveness to happen, it is the second chance, it's only just a theory. You have to, excuse and allow that past of yours to detach and to really be in the present, in a now, and allow yourself to be loved and allow others to love you the way you need to be loved.
That is so beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Eve. Thank you, my rock star. So, my beautiful Eve, I am going to play your commercial. Then Susie can give you a comment and she can read the comments from the side. So, are
Thank
you ready
you.
for your commercial?
Yes, boom shakalaka, let's do it.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Coach Eve, clinical hypnotherapist, positive mindset coach, founder of Open Hands Institute, and the voice behind the podcast, Open Minds to Open Hands. I came to here today to personally invite you to my upcoming event, May 10th and May 11th, Aberdeen, Scotland. Time to Thrive, where we're gathering together with 5 amazing coaches, mentors, teachers to work on you. This is your time to unlock the 6 pillars of wealth, health, and love. See you there. Bye.
And I am also there, my beautiful ones. I am so honored and privileged to be
Yay.
there as well.
Awesome.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be there. I will not be in person, but a beautiful Eve have made a plan. And I'm going to send them my books to say, here is my books, my beautiful one. Read and just experience a little piece of Sanet. So thank you for allowing me, my beautiful Eve. So Susie,
We've got from Krista. Thank you, Krista, who's online on my phone here. Wow, amazing commercial. Can't wait. And we've also got the empowering process as the work is a personal journey, but community can hold space for your travels. We've got another wow and lots of faces with sunglasses from the Empowering Project. From Process. Nina says, "My beautiful ladies, you are amazing." Krista has says, "Wow, Coach Eve, you really persevered. Begin with guidance." Has said lots of smiley faces with glasses on. So yeah, well done, well done.
wow. Thank you. So, my beautiful Susie, I am going to prepare the next set of questions. Would you love to have time to ask Tina, Giovanna, and Eve a question, my beautiful one?
Sure. Let's see.
Yes.
So, Giovanna, do you find now I'm Australian, so we get right to the point.
I love it. I'm Italian, so I'm right there with you. Let's go.
You find that your cancer journey, like your actual health journey, because I mean, we're talking to many people out here now that may be going through a health journey right now. Do you find that that really sparked you to make some not just changes in your health, but you really felt that God, the universe, was giving you a second chance at life?
Absolutely. So my mom passed away at 60. So I know what it would have been like for my kids not to have a mom, right? So receiving that gift, I knew I had to implement changes in my life. I could not go on and continue the same lifestyle. I mean, I hate to say it, but I was a smoker. Like I used to smoke cigarettes so that I can calm down and manage life. And it used to just calm me down. But I was actually killing myself, right? I didn't even know that. So immediately, of course, I stopped smoking. I started giving myself some self love. And, going through that journey can really um, kill your self esteem, right? Like just thinking about what can I do if I have to make these changes, and I promised I would change. Grant me another chance. And I made this promise, and I will never break a promise to God. I don't know who will, but I won't. And so I needed to make some drastic changes, not only in my lifestyle, but also, and I will say this is the first time I'm saying it, but I did go through a divorce after 30 years, over 30 years, because I knew part of that was I could not be myself in my relationship. So I needed to make a decision, that the courage that came from my spirit. It didn't even come from me. And Sanet will be my witness. She came to my home and she's like, "Your home is beautiful, but there's missing love in this home." And there was, because I wasn't able to be myself. So when you go down a journey that wakes you up, it wakes you up to understand what no longer serves you, so that you can step into that greater version of yourself. And that's exactly what I needed to do. So it was a wake up call to change everything about my life. I could not just keep part of my life. I needed to step into the new version of me, which was go out there and go after your calling. My calling was to help other and serve, but you cannot do that and be worried at the same time. You got to surrender. So that was very big. And I think when you surrender to the fact that the changes you have to make are letting your old self die, letting everything you know about your old self, not only physical, mentally, and spiritually, but you need to step into the new version of you. So, and it's letting go of everything you knew. It's like, I use this elephant here, right? This is what we know. This is what our subconscious mind is made up of. All these negative beliefs, everything that you're not, all the worries, all the fears are these big, big, giant elephant. Well, this little squirrel here is the new you saying, no, I need to be my authentic self. So I went through a lot of personal development, studying me. I didn't study, you know, accounting or finance anymore. I studied me. Who am I? Why am I here? I needed those questions answered. Why did I get a second chance? I definitely cannot do the same thing I was doing before, because then it'll probably come again, right? So I needed to really transform from the inside out. That's where the transformation happens. And the fears, you got to let go and let faith be bigger than your fear. And that's what took place in me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Giovanna. Thank you.
Wow.
That's given us all a really deep insight into just a smidgen of what you went through when you were going through that. And so
Yeah.
many people go through sickness and go through health challenges and don't make changes and go through, like, having 30-year marriage. It's a big deal to walk away from that. You
Mhm.
get stuck in a pattern of habitual behavior,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
stay because your relationship becomes a habit. I know, Eve, this one's for you, that you also were in a relationship that turned toxic and wasn't good for you. And I know in my own experience, sometimes when we are struggling in life, especially with our love life, and with those closest to us who we rely on for that emotional strength that we feel that we don't have, sometimes we turn to different ways to help ourselves through. I know in my marriage, there were alcohol, and well, a lot of people, they turn to alcohol or prescription medicine, or just anything to get themselves through the day. And Eve, you were talking about saying, I am enough. I'd like you to talk about, for me, I had I am enough written in lipstick on my bathroom mirror for a long time. So every time I was there, I am enough. Because whenever I was downstairs, I was told I wasn't enough, yet I knew I was. What sort of things can you teach, Eve? Talk about your life, about when you found out and discovered and really stepped into the fact that you were enough.
Thank you, Susie. Great question. That's deep. That's very deep.
I told you, I'm Australian. We're going to get right to the point.
Yeah, we are Hungarian and feisty.
Yeah, you know this, so you know.
Yes. Going back, my daughter was 3 months old, and my previous marriage was ending, and I tried everything I could in my power to fix it, to stitch it back together. But I had to realize I'm enough and I'm worthy. And that realization was very hard because I had a good job. I worked for Goldman Sachs back in the day in Chicago, Illinois. And the security what I had and the dream what I built up to myself and the dream what I wanted to give to my daughter, actually it crumbled in pieces. I didn't felt safe. I didn't felt I'm enough. I felt I'm being, you know, thrown away. And when I realized it was already dangerous for myself, but not just for myself, but for my newborn baby, I decided I'm going to step in and I'm just going to honor myself. And God gave me the strength and all the power what I needed to overcome. It was a very, very tough divorce, going back and forth for probably 9 months or over a year. In that time, I asked my mom to come over to the States and to take Victoria so Victoria wouldn't feel this negative energy. And I want her to be safe. And I found out my husband had another relationship, but not just having another relationship, but expecting a baby. And I'm old school, and I can take a lot of things, but this is one of the things which I couldn't swallow. And then I decided I am enough. I am enough for love, and I am enough to be loved. And now I'm in a beautiful, loving marriage for 13 years. God bless my husband. He keeps up with me, and um, he's more than a father to my daughter. And I can thank God enough to bring him to our life. But it was tough. It was tough, and I thought, I'm not enough. I thought if I'm ever gonna be loved, or I always try to find a mistake in me, and then I start my personal journey and I start working on myself and really digging deep, and I fix myself, and I said, if I'm able to do it, and if I am enough to get that second chance, then I can teach and I can share my voice to somebody who will get empowered and get that strength so they will be enough for themselves. Thank you, Susie.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Eve. Thank you. I know I took you very deep there, but I really appreciate that you went there with us and for us, because there's many people watching this show. Oh, it's morning.
The dog agreed.
Many people, Sunny. many people watching this show that sometimes don't have the confidence to actually dig deep and be really honest with themselves. And that's what the Love Illuminated Summit is all about. Rather than just skimming the surface, we like to go deep, and we like to give everybody the relatability of our journeys, which is so important. So thank you, Eve.
Thank you.
Now, something I realized is and Giovanna was talking about this too, when we're going through lots of change and upheavals in our emotional life, sometimes our energy cup is empty. I knew that my energy cup was empty when we are even going through menopause. Your energy goes down. You don't have the tolerance that you used to have. But going through serious life changes, the ones that we've heard spoken about today, our energy cup is so drained that we just don't have it in us to give, not just to ourselves, but to other people. So how do you feel that you could teach everyone here who are going through similar situations how they can actually fill their cup for themselves? Like, we hear self-love all the time, and self-love can be all sorts of things, from having a bath to giving yourself a facial to binge watching a series on Netflix, because I like to love myself that way, and eating chocolate and all that sort of stuff. But really, it's the energy that we need. It's the internal energy that we need. So can you give us some maybe hints and tips of how we can fill our own energetic cup so we can share to others? So over to you, Tina.
Oh, to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
That was for you. I know, you just got lost in my words. It's the Australian accent. I know. So my question is, after all that, how can you give people who are watching some guidance on how they could maybe fill their energetic cup when they're feeling really low? Like I mentioned that I had "I am enough" written on my bathroom mirror. Giovanna has said what she's done. Coach Eve, the same. As an energy coach, how would you teach people how to fill their energetic cup?
Okay, that's a very good question. And I think that, I believe it does start with going within. I do think it starts with perception. And I think that perception is key because it shifts your reality. It creates what you move towards. And you're right, we are energy, and where our energy goes, our consciousness flows. So if we're focused on certain things, that's what we're going to experience and we're going to live. And so I think for some people, it does take reaching out. I think it takes having different perspectives, so that they feel that they're not alone and that there's other people who feel the same way. And I think that's really important because people do start to feel really isolated, especially if they're in controlling relationships where people are controlling who they have exposure to. And if that's the case, then I think definitely learning small tips and ways that you can encourage yourself, whether it's leaving yourself notes. I love one of the things Sanet teaches, it really looking into your own soul, looking into the mirror, into your own eyes, and telling yourself that you are loved, that you are enough, that you are beautiful. I think that that is very powerful. I think a lot of people really struggle with that, or just smiling in the mirror. I think that when you even fake it till you make it, put the smile on, put the energy there, hold it within yourself, hold yourself. I think those are all things that people can do to find love within their hearts. Meditation, I think, is really important if people can do that and start slow and grow from there, even if it's 2 minutes of just silence, of just sitting with yourself. I think a lot of times people don't feel, where does this live? Where is this in my body? How does it feel? And allow yourself to really alchemize that, cry, feel, deeply the emotions that you are experiencing. That's okay to do that because your body will cleanse and it will rebirth and it will heal when you can begin to do that. But some people don't know how to do that because they've never seen it. They've never experienced it, and they're so locked down. So when that's the case, I think if you can reach out to someone on Diamond Beauties Forever, I'm telling you, those Mrs. Potts are the freest, most wonderful way to get healing. People are sharing, they're caring, they're holding space for each other. And sometimes you're just hearing things on there that you just need to hear that day. I was on one the other day that was being done, and people were just expressing how they felt, and it was beautiful. Because sometimes you need to have spaces like that. So thank you, Sanet, for creating those spaces for us to have. And I hope that's beneficial. I think that, you know, a lot of what we spoke about, and things resonate with different people. And I think the universe puts people in your path specifically to spark and awaken things within you. And so it's amazing when you just, in that moment, you know when it's enough. You're like, it's enough. Someone says it and they give you a permission slip, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's me right now. You know, and it happens when it's meant to happen. You can't make someone experience it. You know, we all want to tell our children how to, you know, don't do that, don't do that, but they're going to do it because it's their soul, it's their evolution. And we're all in a place where we're doing it until we don't. And that's how it works. And so I think, yeah, if we can have that one word or that one spark or that one thing that just triggers something within somebody else that they say, yeah, it's time, it's my time to shine. And that's when it happens.
Thank you, Tina. What a great answer. That's awesome. And Sanet, guess what? I'm going to come to you and ask you a question because, you know, I know how much you love it. It's like intros. I love listening to what everybody's talking about, as I'm sure everybody at home is as well. When I first started trying to find myself, and I know that many people feel this, looking into the mirror and smiling at myself felt dumb. Meditation, I didn't know what meditation was. You know, I'd lie down and try and think about nothing, and I'd think about what else I could be doing at the time. I found it very difficult to do meditation. I know many people feel the same way. And I realized that that I needed to start somewhere. So when I was going on, I think health is super important. Getting out and walking, just walking, getting the oxygen flowing through your body is self-love. When I used to go on my walks and get out of the house that I lived in, I would listen to motivational speakers, and I would Google everybody and anybody. I'd listen to Oprah. I'd listen to Les Brown. You know, it's like, I'm feeling, wow, okay, I can do that. I was 12 months, you know, that's me. And these people were the energy was palpable when I was listening, and I needed to listen. Tina mentioned a great thing about reaching out to people, because in this life we need a tribe around us, which is where the Diamond Beauties and other tribes like that happen, because we can't do this life alone. And sometimes I think people get so down on this themselves and so stuck in whatever they're stuck in that they feel that there's no one that can help them, or that there's no one that can actually relate to what they're going through, which is why this show and shows like it are so very important. When we share our stories, as we're all doing now, other people can relate to our stories and go, wow, it's not just me. They're like me. They're normal like me. They feel like me. And I'd like to speak to Sanet about something we can do. Thank you, Sanet. Something we can do, which Sanet and I have spoken about in the past, forgiveness letters, the power of forgiveness letters, and the power of walking along a beach or walking along somewhere quietly. If you'd like to speak to everybody about how powerful that is to remove into the ether some of the things we've been thinking about.
Thank you so much for that beautiful question, my beautiful Susie. First of all, I just want to add something when Tina's question. So, my beautiful viewers, what is your most favorite song of all times? So, I call it a forever song. My forever song is Walking on Sunshine. And each of my beautiful ladies in the Diamond Beauties and the Tanzanideras, if they had a coffee chat with me, and I'm almost at 600 in 3 years and 5 months coffee chats, you will know about your forever song. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. So I get moving. If for anything I want to change, thank you. If I want to change anything, put my music on and I dance if there's no tomorrow. Because as soon as you move, your body will realize there is something going on. I need to get my butt into gear and start changing. So get your forever song. And that's a big tip from me, and start dancing every morning. For the last almost, 6 years now, I am dancing to Walking on Sunshine. It's my essence. It brings me to why I have had and chose to live and have a second chance. So thank you so much, my beautiful Susie. Forgiveness, self-love, mindfulness, and forgiveness was my pillar of strength. I did forgive a lot of people, especially people that harmed me when I was a child, that put responsibility of adultship on me as a child. I forgave them, but I never forgave myself because I always had the thought, but it was not my fault. And why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I speak up? And then it hit me after the psychologist asked me, Sanet, did you ever forgive yourself? And it hit me like, it was like I could not move out of that parking lot. 45 minutes I was crying. I never forgive myself because all my years, 54 years, well, it will be 47 years, I have put it in my head, why didn't I speak up? And why didn't I? Because I was blackmail. And as a child point of view, the blackmail was so heavy that I could never speak up. So that day in the car, I forgive myself. So I have this amazing forgiveness ceremony that I have helped so many Diamond Beauties already. You write a letter to everyone that you want to forgive, but one letter per forgiveness, or one person per forgiveness. So there can be a lot of forgiving on this one letter for one person. And then you write a forgiveness letter to yourself. I love full moon. My husband always tell me there's something with the moon. There's something with the moon and Sanet. So I do burn my letters, but I look at every letter, and at the end of the letter, I will say, I forgive you, or I forgive you, Sanet. I love you with all my heart. And then I burn. I looked physically, emotionally. Everything goes into the ashes. I do a beautiful prayer to God. I let go, let God. And then, ladies, I take these ashes and put it underneath the tap. Let it run out of the property. It's symbolic. Let it go. Let it go. And then I go and dance on my forever song. So thank you, my beautiful Susie, for allowing me to give that amazing process. I also do my wish list. If I want to ask the universe and God, please, can I have this? I do it on paper. I burn it. I do the same ceremony. And I get 200 miracles every second week. My daughter can attest to that. She said, Ma, I never knew people can get so many miracles. So thank you, my beautiful Susie, for asking the questions. Can you read the comments, and then I will have your first question in the second half, please?
I certainly will. Thank you, ladies, for sharing. That was really wonderful. We've got, first of all, we'll start with me. Great question, Susie. Amazing answers, beautiful soul sisters. We've got, yes, a powerful panel from the empowering process. Lots of smiley faces with glasses on. Beautiful guidance says, I'm still growing through the process of breaking free. Your stories are so inspiring. Thank you for sharing so deep and authentically. Looking into the mirror means I have to dance. I have to face all of me. I love Mrs. Potts from Begin with Guidance, a lifeline for me. Thank you. You would make a great Mrs. Potts too, beautiful soul sister Tina. There you go. You're being rooted there. Empowering process says walking meditation, connecting with breath, connected with nature, just breathe, Susie. So great. Begin with guidance. We heal in a safe, loving community. We've got another one, Dancing on My Own Ground Again by Lawrence Gowan is one of my forever songs. And more smiley faces. And I'll just check my phone quickly. No, there we go. Thank you to everybody on the live chat who is sharing with us. It's really lovely to have you guys with us.
Thank you. So, my beautiful Susie, as I love your book that says 60 is a new 40.
Yeah.
What what limiting beliefs around aging have you seen most often, and how can people begin to rewrite them?
Great question. The limiting beliefs that we see. I've worked in television and advertising for a really long time. The limiting beliefs that we have placed on aging is because of all the advertising that we see, because of the dress shops, for instance, advertising to younger women, even if it's an older woman's dress shop. You will still see a woman in her 30s and they're selling to women in their 60s or 70s. Limiting beliefs. 63 is not old. Society dictates to us that we're supposed to be old and grey. There's nothing old and grey about me. I'm fit as a fiddle. I can run rings around 30-year-olds, My brain is active. My memory might be a bit crap, but my brain is really good. My body is really fit and strong. I don't look old. I don't feel old. And we see commercials when we watch free-to-air TV. We have had this thrown at us. We've got you've got the young people, yay. Then we've got the young mum and the young dad with the young kids. And then we go from there to old. And the grandparents that we see, usually, quite often, the women have got short grey hair, right? That ended several decades ago with where women cut off their hair because all of a sudden they were in menopause and we weren't allowed to have long flowing locks to denote youthful energy. We don't do that anymore. We don't keep our hair grey. Sorry, that was a smile. We are dictated to. And every vision that so many visions that we see, whether it's in the movies or whether it's on commercials, is of a construct that is not real of how women and men age. Women, for instance, we've been taught that men, when they get more wrinkles, they're aging with grace. And we're supposed to be putting Botox and fillers in our face to look like 12-year-old girls. We're told, and even Facebook is, I can go on about this for a really long time, even Facebook is teaching young people and teaching older women that we really have to filter our photos. The products that you see out there, skincare products, anti-aging. That's saying that there's something anti about aging. It's something to fear. Anti-aging products are being promoted to 20-year-old women. There are women in their 20s having Botox fillers in their face. When they're in their 60s, they look back to their 20s and they'll go, wow, I thought I was ugly and fat, but wow, I look the best that I ever did. I wish I knew that then. I feel that as we get older as women, it is our responsibility to teach women and men that they are perfect just the way they are, that they, life just gets better, that not to believe in the constructs of aging that we are shown. I've aged out of the bridal makeup industry that I did for years. Because all of a sudden they were doing the math, wow, okay, she's been doing this for 42 years. She's as old as my grandmother. Ergo, she's not cool. I beg to differ. 42 years means that I'm really good at what I do. It doesn't mean that I'm not. And this happens, right? This ageism happens not just in my industry, but in many industries across everywhere for women and men, but especially for women. The ageism is alive and well, and things need to change. We have a whole lot of women here that are over 40 that look fabulous. Excuse me, can you give a clap, audience? It's aging is about health. It's about wellness. We have so much more knowledge about nutrition and supplements that we put in our body. We're living much older than we ever did. Each generation is living longer and stronger and more powerfully because of our knowledge of health and wellness. Shall I stop now?
Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. And you got the glasses from me. So, my beautiful Giovanna, in your healing work, what has surprised you most about resilience of the human spirit?
We have, we all have experienced a time where we say, where did that come from? Like, where did that voice, that strength, that will, that power come from? And so, when I work with clients too, it's like they get the spark. They finally connect. They finally get it. That being resilient is honoring your soul. It's connecting to that very core being that says, I got you. Go for it. Oh, I got you. You can do this. And so it's that little voice, that really we're listening to it. Someone told me this one day, and it's great. It says the opposite of listening is silent. Like the same letters, you spell it backward. Listen means silence, right? So
Mm.
so if you do that, you will hear that voice that says, I got you. Don't worry. Just do it. No matter what, just do it. Regardless what you see with your vision, know that I have the power to help you, and just trusting. So resilience means to trust in the unseen that all things are possible. All things are possible, right? It leaves nothing out. So,
Wow,
yeah.
beautiful. So sorry, I went off the screen. I had to put a plug on, otherwise, my battery would have been zero. So thank you so much for that beautiful Giovanna. I love that. So my beautiful Tina, when we had our coffee chat, you are a divine alchemist, and when I gave you this amazing name, you were so happy because that's exactly what you are. So my question to you, as a divine alchemist, how do you help people transmute pain or regret into a higher consciousness of purpose?
Yeah, great question. So with alchemy, alchemy is all about taking base metals and making them into gold. And someone already said that we are golden, that our heart is already golden. It's really changing perception is really what alchemy is about, I think. And it's the perception of who we are, and we already have a divine blueprint within us. The human spirit is extremely resilient. And I think it is about helping people to see themselves from a higher perspective of clarity about who they are. When you start to drop away all of these constructs of confusion, that come in with the anti-aging and all of it. We're raised in a society where people manipulate so that they can get something from you. Algorithms, they're all about that. They're all about feeding you what you're interested in so that they can manipulate your perceptions so that they can gain money or they can gain control. And so I think part of what I really like to work with people as a divine alchemist is to help them be able to drop away some of those constructs of confusion so that they can see clearer about who they are. And then when they start to experience that, they can tie in integrity, really living 100% truthful about what you want and what your intentions are, and not apologizing for that, and stepping into your authenticity so that you can be who you are and being comfortable with that. And it doesn't have to fit in molds that society wants us to live in, because bottom line is a lot of these constructs are just about making money. They're not about filling you and helping you become the highest and best evolutionary part of your soul. So that's our own responsibility. We have to kind of come back to ourselves with that and take responsibility for our own wellness and for our own higher purpose. So, yeah.
Can I do this? Can I do this? Woohoo! Oh, amazing, amazing. My beautiful Susie, I'm going to ask Eve her question, and then I see there's a lot of comments coming through. So, my beautiful Eve, how can somebody open their hands and their heart to life unexpected gifts, especially after hardship?
Wow. Thank you, Sanet. Very, very good question. I have to agree with Tina on this because you have to allow the feeling to come from within. Everything what we do and everything what we are, it is from deep within. Wanting and allowing to be ready with open hands. Wanting and allowing to be with open heart. Um, it is it is it is a very long journey for many who are fortunate they have this journey in a shorter period of time. But the journey, it is tough. Some way is long, some way it's short. But when you get it and you allowing it to work with your godly giving gift, to allow the divine to mold you and guide you to be ready to have that open hand with open heart is a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
need to
know.
change my rock star. I need to put this one on for you. Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, my beautiful Susie, any comments from our beautiful diamond beauties?
We do have comments online. We've got, wow, amazing. You guys rock. Got lots of smiley faces, gorgeous panel, on fire symbols. Love this group of women from Cindy Eddington. Great conversations from Cindy. Right on, Sister Tina. More fire emojis and glass emojis. So everybody's like going raw in the background.
Wow, beautiful. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask you two more questions, and we will see how the time will bring us up. So, the last part will be the paparazzi pen for your golden nugget. That will be, and then we will be doing some dancing. But in the meanwhile, I would love to find out. And then you can also prepare a question for a person. So, Tina, if you want to do any of, if there's still time, we will just prepare in your head. But let me start with the question I want to ask you all. What legacy would you love to bestow on your family and on the world? Because you are so amazing. Susie?
What legacy? Well, apart from the business that I'm doing, and have done, I feel that my legacy is how to behave in society, to be brave, to use your voice and step up for change. I've led by example by using my voice in the world. I stepped up as a bad character witness in a very important court case that was the beginning of the Me Too movement, where women all around the world also were inspired to step up and use their voices in an industry that had no H&R department, that had nowhere for women to go and complain in cases of sexual assault. I was this major court case in 2017 with a very rich, very powerful, very connected man in the UK. And I came forward for the women who were little girls when he assaulted them. It's funny, I've realized in life, when you come forward, not so much for yourself, when you come forward for others, so many different things happen. And it seems to me in my journey that it's been easier for me to talk about my experience when my heart place was for others. I was flown to the UK by the prosecution to take part in the biggest court case in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and it was huge. It was a huge experience for me, a very emotional experience. I was given lifetime anonymity, as were all the people the witnesses and the survivors of this case, because back then society hadn't quite caught up with the fact that when women come forward and tell the truth, they are not lying. So this was back in the beginning where we had to, like I said, the beginning of the Me Too movement, before the hashtag Me Too went viral, and which I like to call the biggest healing movement for women around the world, which gave a lot of women the strength and the courage to actually put Me Too on their social profile. I know women who younger than me who put Me Too and had other women actually have a go at them, and then they pulled it off. Bravery and being brave and courageous to come forward and put yourself out to the world is I feel the legacy that I have left behind, the legacy of behavior, the legacy of speaking up in times when injustice has happened, and that's something that is very strong in me. It was a big deal what I did. It gave me God, the universe, gave me the most amazing healing that I needed inside the walls of Stonehenge 1 week after this court case that I had no idea was going to happen. It's like I learned forgiveness. I learned all this stuff. It's amazing what happens to you when you, I guess, are true to yourself. So I feel that is my legacy. I'm so blessed and lucky to have I've been on so many television programs around the world and in the media so many times on live TV talking about societal change and generational mindset. And the generational mindset that, women are all liars has changed a lot now. I waived my anonymity 5 years after this court case, and we were all given anonymity for our own safety, because society would not accept that we were not lying against this man who was the national treasure of the UK. And as time went on and the court case went on, which we won, and he was jailed and found guilty, and around the world, there were statues of this man. There were buildings named after him. He was that big. He was actually, I think, in the top 5 entertainers of not just the decade, but, he's been doing this for a long time. So I really feel that in life, so far, this is my legacy that I've left behind, is to be brave, to step up, and to support others. And so I lead by example. My son was 12 when I was in the UK doing this. He knew exactly what I was doing. And I feel that just as a mother, I have educated him in how to be not a good man, but how to be strong and just and true and stand up for others. So in all humility, I feel it's quite emotional. That's what my legacy has been.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow. And thank you so much, my beautiful Suzi, for being so brave to step up for thousands of women that could not speak, especially children, and that you decided, and you told me a little bit of what happened to you, and you cannot even think how you could stand with all that pressure and all that, why they went into your character, and you stood there and you were brave. I'm truly honored, and I love you very much, my beautiful Suzi. Thank you for your legacy. So, my beautiful Giovanna, about your legacy?
So I want to leave a legacy of really helping people to understand that we're all in it together here. We're all
Mhm.
in it together. At the end, we're all going to go back home. So it is our duty to lift each other up, to hold out your hand and look at not the person, but what's beyond the person. And I did that as a special education teacher when I saw children with very disabilities that I was able, I was a science teacher. I don't know how they gave me that assignment, but I was a science teacher.
Mhm.
And I made these beautiful souls look like scientists, regardless if they were blind, they had autism, whatever they had. It was never looking at the person, and it was always looking at beyond the person, beyond, look at their heart, know and understand that we are one. We are the same. We were made of the same stuff. What makes us different is that our life experiences. But we are here to, I want to leave that legacy where my children and my family will look at a stranger and go out there and help them without thinking twice because they know they're part of them. We are, God made the ocean, God made the waves. We are the waves in the ocean. They're not apart from the ocean. We are the waves in the ocean. So together, I just want to say it's time to trust and have more faith that our life is here to serve. That's what we're here to do. We're here to serve each other with our hearts. And that's where the magic happens. That's where we don't have to worry. And, we have abundance of everything. There's no lack. Why do we feel like there's lack and then we
Yeah.
don't share love? Is because we are disconnected and we don't understand who we are. So I want to leave the legacy of helping of my family. And again, we spread the joy, spread the love, because that's how we know who we are. When we're practicing love, we're practicing joy, we're sharing, we're being kind. And this is where we light up and we light up the world.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love you, my beautiful Giovanna. And I remember because you were one of our Saturday Mrs. Spots, and you were talking that day on that beautiful uh,
Like,
like. Oh, ladies, just hold on. It feels like I want to faint at the moment. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So Susie, I'm gonna give over to you for a minute. Okay, just a minute. Take over. Ooh.
Hi. So thank you, Sanet. So Eve, what I'm going to ask the same question. What does
Mhm.
legacy mean to you, and what do you feel your legacy to the world is or will be?
Thank you, Susie. Thank you. What a great question. And I love everyone legacy. You guys are amazing. My legacy, what I would like to leave behind is um, a production, a movie production, what I'm putting together um, to really show the word and to people to be empowered, to get hope, to keep up believing there are miracles and second chances, and to highlight and to remember of a wonderful person, a wonderful legend, an icon, my mom, and how my mom gave me the knowledge to become one of the life alchemists and to give this to generations, to my daughters, to my nieces, and to really allow people to speak up, to get that empowered voice, what they hold back, to share their story. Because every single story, like you said, Giovanni, it is a hope, it is a chance for others. This is the
yes.
legacy I want to leave behind.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Eve. It is
Yeah.
so important, isn't it? Ladies, do you feel that as older women now, as in older than 30. And many of us, we may have had children, or we've, we're in that age, or we've passed that age, that it's important for us to share more than ever our life journey and our path. I know it is absolutely for Giovanna. She's mentioned this before. I too feel this. If we don't talk about our stories and our life, how will the younger generation know? And a lot of the time, the older generation, like our parents or our mothers particularly, they didn't speak up. They didn't share stories. So ours is kind of, I feel, the first generation to do this, to step into our power. And yes, we, as women, we can work in lots of different jobs, we can vote, and we can do a whole lot of things that our mothers couldn't really do. So we are a lot more empowered as a generation of women right now to be able to sit here in our strength and our love and to give this sort of advice out, and to be able to speak from such an authentic place and feel safe enough to do so. So the generation before us, we are growing and improving with strength each generation, and we're empowering each generation that comes behind us, really. How do you feel about that, Tina? What do you feel your legacy is, and what does legacy mean to you?
I agree with everything you just said. And like Sanet, thank you. I mean, thank you, Suzi, for your voice and for standing up, because that's amazing. And women need people to forge the path so that they can have a voice and they can be heard. And it's so important. So honestly, thank you. And everything everyone has said, I agree. And the oneness and all of the beautiful things that all of you ladies are sharing. For me, I would like to leave a legacy of love and forgiveness, and like co-achieve, my mom, and honestly Jesus for me has been that path, that unconditional love, because it's so easy to tear down things, it's so easy to bring negative energy to things, but there's a lot of power in love, a lot of power. You can move mountains with love, you can shift and shape realities with love, and we're doing it. And part of that, I think, is the World Wide Web of existence. We have this internet right now where we are talking and influencing each other globally, and we're able to fly globally, which we couldn't before. I talked about where you just calling to the next town over cost a lot of money, and that wasn't that long ago. And so now we can really influence each other, and we can share information with people, even people who are way out and segregated from the rest of society are getting access to hearing about information. And so really, I would like to hold and reflect and emanate and be and embody true love and kindness and compassion and forgiveness, because we don't always see enough of that. And I know there's so many people that hold it, but it's not expressed. It's not expressed on our news. It's not expressed within our governments. The real, true, authentic love, like Martin Luther King, like Jesus, like Gandhi, the people that were the divine master teachers who planted seeds that are still blooming today and being fertilized and nurtured and watered by all of us, that we are the love and the light of the world. And so I really not want to share it with my children, but anyone that I can touch, to embody and reflect the love and the light that you wish to see in the world, because we're an energy, and our energy is going to really influence each other. And if we can continue reflecting that to each other, that's what we'll become. And I know we can build a society on love and forgiveness and unity. I know we can. We already are. We're building it within this community, and we're reflecting out, and it's going to have a synergistic effect on all of humanity as a collective. Yeah.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love that. Planting seeds of love. Planting seeds of love. Absolutely amazing. And for those of those who are watching, sometimes people think, well, how do I do that? So how you plant seeds of love is you make a phone call and once a week, call people that you haven't spoken to for a while, catch up with people that you haven't spoken to for a while, friends that have become acquaintances, relatives that you haven't actually, blood relatives that you actually haven't spoken to. This is how you send and share love. We all want to be, seen, heard, and understood and loved. So that for me, it's like if you're not sure how to share your own love, make a phone call. Don't send a text. Be retro. Pick up the phone. And as we're saying, it's not just your local area. We can pick up a phone via the power of Zoom. You can pick up a phone on Messenger that we're all attached to for free. You can FaceTime for free. Once upon a time, in my day and age, I grew up with black and white television, and the I don't even know what it's called, the phone that we
landline phone.
So use your phone, put yourself out there, and try and make it part of your life, not just one a week. Try one a day for a week. So 7 people. Here's the challenge. There you go. Call 7 people within the next 7 days just to say hello and see how they are. You will make their day. They will be filled and feel your love. They'll be filled with your love, feel connected, because we never know what's happening in somebody else's life. And they will really, they will appreciate you so much. And you in turn will be filled with love. So it's an energetic exchange. So there's my challenge, everyone who's watching. One a day, 7 days. Just keep that habit going. Sanet, welcome back.
Thank you. I had to sit down, my beautiful ones, and my grandson came at the right time, and he helped me to remove all the gadgets on top so that I can sit down. And I said, "Hey, Naomi, are you okay? You look like a ghost." I said, "I feel funny." So he went and collected his fan. He put it there at the bed so that I can get some, some air. So I'm truly so sorry for that, my beautiful Giovanna, and my beautiful guest and my viewers. So, my beautiful Susie, thank you for taking over. Will you please read the comments for us?
I will.
And then, my ladies, we are ready for paparazzi.
So Begin With Guidance has said, silence is abuse's biggest ally. Thank you for speaking up, beautiful soul sister. And also we've got, it has changed a lot and still a way to go. The system was designed to protect reputations more than victims and children. That's what I have learned from my experience. Keep speaking up. Sending you loads of loving, supportive vibes, Sanet. And you are all doing amazing, making your legacies from Begin With Guidance. Thank you again to everyone in the live chat who is supporting us in our beautiful journey on number 16, Love Illuminated Summit, the power of a second chance.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, are you going to press this button? But here in front for the ladies, we're going to ask Auntie Susie, what is her golden nugget? Okay, like that. Okay, there you are. Auntie Susie, what is your golden nugget?
Age is just a number. It's what you do with it that counts.
Okay, press. Thank you. That's so beautiful, my beautiful Giovanna. What is your golden nugget?
Live authentically, always honor yourself and be your truth, and life will be so much easier.
Wow. Press.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful grandson and my beautiful Tina. What is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is be the light and love you want to see in the world. Reflect out the beauty, and it will reflect back to you. Thank you.
It's too fast, my darling. Go again. I'm so sorry. My beautiful Eve, what is your golden nugget?
Thank you, Sanet. The things don't kill you, make you stronger. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I love it. Okay, my darling, you can press. And almost golden nugget is, if your why is big enough, you can do anything. You can do everything.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. My beautiful ladies, thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you for all for being here. You are truly amazing and in my eyes, one of a kind. I would love to ask, would you love to have a dance with me?
Absolutely.
Thank you. My beautiful diamond beauties, thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you for being here for us and your love. And I know that you laughed every moment. Will you have a dance with us? They said yes, they said yes. My beautiful viewers, will you have a dance with us? Oh, Zander, they said yes, yes, here we go.
I need to my glasses.
Walking on
Walking
sunshine,
on sunshine.
dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with
Go Zander, go Zander.
butterflies to eagles. Oh, there's magic in that flight.
Bye bye everyone.
Sprinkle
Bye
me with
bye.
fairy